Hi everyone. It's
Hi
me,
guys,
Jazz.
I'm Faye Louise. How's everyone doing? How are you, Jossie? I'll just do some socialing.
I'm doing good today. Again, I've came into the week feeling a little bit positive. I did see something this morning. I seen like this thing shared on Facebook of this grandma having like a hug with this like curtain thing. It was mad. And I'm watching it. I thought, oh, I really miss hugs. But instead of getting sad about it, I just actually thought to myself, think of all the great things that are going to happen when once this stupid thing's over. It is going to be absolutely amazing. So just continue in it, ride the wave. It's going to be over.
Well,
When it's safe, I can't see it.
I hope it's going to be amazing. Hi guys, nice to see you both. Samantha's just said, Samantha, you are missing out. You need to go on Instagram because we have been doing a lot of shows on Instagram. Check it out. We've just did an interview with Aja from RuPaul Drag Race and RuPaul Drag Race All Stars. I then interviewed Disaster Arena from Dragula. Oh my God, the interviews were insane. I then spoke to Ben Shimskin, who obviously shined the light on the Sherry Pie situation. They are such good interviews. They are available on our Instagram.
Arja,
Head straight over.
Arja,
And then yeah, I mentioned that, babes.
Arja.
I
Oh,
mentioned
did
that.
you?
Yeah.
There was so, guys, there was so many. She did like an actual like show marathon this weekend. So massive round of applause to Faye. Definitely go and check them out. Round of applause to yourself, darling.
And what do we have coming up? We have sexy hunkies from the pit crew joining us this week and over the weekend. And then we've got Love Connie, who is one of my favorite characters on RuPaul, in the sense of not a bloody cast member, but my God, she shakes her tushy on that
Oh
bloody
yeah.
floor. I love Connie. Get it? Get it?
Yeah.
No. Okay, whatever.
I got it. I did. I
How's
did.
everybody doing? I can see that a lot of people are watching, so give us a shout. Let us know how you are all coping in lockdown. What have you been doing? How have you been keeping sane? We have a special guest joining us soon. If she is still available, because time differences is cracking us up. But Jasmine Masters will be joining us very shortly. Very shortly, very
And
shortly.
she'll have something to say.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to dive straight in to our first guest because she's just arrived in my bloody box. Well, I'm going to bring her straight on, everybody. The one, the only. Jossie, take it away.
Jasmine Masters.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
I
Hello.
put on some drag today.
Girl, you
Just
have
a little bit of
changed
a
from the last
Sarah.
time I was just watching you. You look amazing.
Thank you. How are you ladies doing?
Really good,
Really
really
good.
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 Yeah, how are you, Jasmine?
I'm good. I'm holding on, It's funny to be in the house so long, but it's good though. I'm alive, so I'm cute.
What has been keeping you busy over the past few months, especially with lockdown? And of course, how are you dealing with COVID-19?
Well, I have a lot of drag to play in, to organize a lot of stuff that really needs to get organized. Um, then there's a lot of TV to watch. I've been watching a lot of TV, old stuff, new stuff. Um, just trying to take it day by day. And before I know it, really, the times be, the time it's time for you to go to bed before you know it, or you get so tired until you like let me
Absolutely.
fall asleep. So I'm just holding on like everybody else for the most
Yeah,
part.
well, I think that is the best thing we can do. One thing that I've been doing, and I know Faye's been doing, we have been hooked to the new series of RuPaul. Have you been watching it? And if so, what do you make of it? And what is your opinion on the whole Sherry Pie situation?
Well, I haven't been watching it because I never like been like a number five fan of the show, so I really don't, I never really watched it as much anyway. And I don't watch it now because I use internet for cable. So it's not, showing anywhere. So I really don't know. I don't know a lot about Sherry's situation. I just, from what they post on the internet and people talk about. Um, I just think all around for all people involved, it's just a sad situation. Um, you can't blame one without blaming the other. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
just a sad situation that happened, but I hope themselves and others learn from this. To think about
And
things.
how do you think obviously the show itself, like RuPaul, the show, how do you think they've handled the situation with it being a bit in and out of what's going to happen, and then obviously announcing she won't be in the final? Because realistically, they couldn't have edited it out, like to completely remove her from the show, because it would have just changed the dynamics of the show.
Oh wow! So
she got to the final.
They did take her out of it.
They've taken her out certain bits, and then obviously bits where they can't edit it because of the content. Right. They've had to keep it in, and it's been a bit of a hitty missy, because sometimes you watch, and she's got a really good talent, and then you're reminded, and it's such a shame, because it really does put a dampening on what I believe to be a really like fun show that I've watched for years, and it kind of really puts a dampening on. But do you think RuPaul should have just scrapped season 12 and started again, or do you think it's been okay to play it out?
Well, I don't think they should have scrapped it, did it all over, because it's not fair to anyone. You know what I mean? So I think they're doing the best they could do to try to slice it and dice it or whatever, because that's why there's editing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know, but I definitely don't think they should have did it over. Because
I agree with that. And
other girls in the staff neither.
Staff, other girls, designers, costumes that's been made, it's just so really been not fair.
Yeah.
And what people don't realize, which I know you have experience with, the designers put a lot of money and time into creating these costumes for the queens. It's so horrible to know that those designs are kind of not going to be shown and have the correct light shined on it. It's actually a real shame, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sad for and it's funny you say that, because nobody ever put that into like a interview before. That's never, at least not for me. But I do think it is kind of sad for the designers, because they know what could possibly happen. Their stuff could get seen on TV, but if they don't, get their things made on TV, then it's kind of like, oh wow, because they probably already told people that, hey, my stuff is going to be seen really soon. Just wait it, So it's kind of sucks. But I think it's, for me, what I did learn, like going back for All Stars, use the same designer if I can, so at least something of theirs could get seen. But
we of course fell in love with you. We fell in love with you on RuPaul's Drag Race and All Stars. But from your first hand, what was the experience like for you with the RuPaul?
With RuPaul?
Like the show, the concept of the show.
I had a ball on both times. I can't say anything bad while I was there, because nothing happened bad while I was there with the staff or, whatever. It was all fun there. It's just aftermath, when they, that's the, like, whoa, shit. But while I was there, I had a blast. Like, I wouldn't change a thing for it. I'll go back and ask me. So
how did you feel? How did you feel with all the kind of stuff that came off after it aired, and the kind of bad this and she said, he said? How did that make you feel? Because it must have just put a right downer on your buzz from being on the show.
Well, it didn't put a downer on what happened to me being on the show. I was still excited by that, because I knew the drama stuff would come anyway, because it comes regardless of the fact. But I just let people do what they do. They got to do what they have to do. So they got to bring me up and talk bad about me. It's fine by me, because I still know who I am, and I'm not perfect and I'm not bad, to some I'm in between or whatever. But you still got to get to know me before you really could judge me besides something on the TV. Could you
absolutely? Well, you are an absolute all-star, like absolutely, like so much so that Nina Bonina Brown impersonated you on Snatch Game. Like, that is amazing. How did that feel to like see somebody like on the show that you had been on then impersonate you? How did that feel? And do you think she did a good job?
I did hear about it. And I've seen pictures and stuff. I just think it's amazing for anyone to impersonate me. I had a lot of people impersonate the and I oop from, for Halloween and seniors and stuff. I just think it's amazing. That's the best I mean, you can't. I don't know. It's out of this world because I never thought anyone would ever impersonate me. You know,
Yeah.
Patti LaBelle, she's the star, but to have someone
Absolutely.
I'm like, hey.
Uh, well, it's that is like a really, really good side of the industry, but there is quite a ruthless side to the industry as well. Over your career, have you had any queens that you just cannot work with, maybe because of personal differences or professional differences?
I never let anyone, or I try not to let anyone come in between my money because I'm not there for them. I mean, I'm not there for them. I'm not there for them. Okay, that's right. I'm always there for myself. So it doesn't matter. You stay over there, I stay over there. I don't have to say anything if I don't fuck with a person. You know what I mean? Personally, I don't. But it never stopped me from making my money.
Exactly. You've got to always make your money. What advice would you have, though, for someone trying to get into the industry, someone's first kind of experience with drag, especially in the USA? What advice would you give them? Because I love the fact that you've just said what you said. When you're on a job, you're on a job. You just don't fuck around. Don't fuck with my money. I think that's like great advice. But what other advice would you have for someone trying to get into the industry?
Oh, honey. Really learn who you are. You really have to know who you are, and you have to know that it's going to be a lot of negativity out there. So you have to have the toughest skin ever. Because not only would you hear it from people are going to make sure you see it. They're going to tell you, you know what I mean? And you're going to get your good and you're going to get your bad. But if you can't accept the bad, you're going to have a big problem. And when you get the good, don't put that on your shoulders. Just, say thank you and let it go. But don't put all the good stuff on your shoulders and think your ass don't stink because you turn that corner, it's gonna get a hold to that ass.
I always feel with you. I always feel with you, you're so humble, but you are so grounded. Like you are quite grounded. And I think, like, let's face it, RuPaul didn't make you famous, and you were a legend before that. But then after that, you were a viral sensation. But do you think fame can change people? Because it really doesn't seem to have changed you. Because when I watch you, even when you just are doing your live, you are so down to earth. It's weird. I always put you on when I'm in the bath and I just listen to you because it's so weird. I'm like Jasmine and Faye in the bath, which sounds fun and it maybe may work one day. But I literally sit and I just listen to you, and sometimes you really get into things, and I just think, yeah, like that is so like on point. And then the way you interact with your people who are commenting, I really like that the genuine side of you really comes through and shines like really bright.
Oh, thank you. I feel like this. People change. Some people understand, some people don't. Some people change. That's just a human thing. Me personally, I never seen a reason for me to take what I do and think I'm better than someone because this is a job for me. This is a job. This is what I do to work. This is what I do to survive. This is what I do to pay my bills. So everyone has a job to do. This is a job. So me saying or throwing in somebody's face, oh, I do this or I done it, baby, that's a job. You're working. You should do your job, People do change. I have seen it. I have witnessed it. People that I've been close with have changed and went to Hollywood in their brain. But I'm like, it just intensify on who the person is.
I think money can change people.
Yeah. Then they get a little shady with you and they think they better than you. It's a lot. But me personally, that's not what, that's a job. It's just work for me. This is what I do. This is part of my job. So I'm always be the same.
Yeah.
And we love you. We love you for that.
Thank you.
But I think
please tell me to slow my ass down.
Well, I think that it is absolutely inspiring that you can just be yourself, being unchanged by any fame and success. But I do want to say congratulations to you on winning, if I get this right, Wowie Award Best Viral Moment. Shorty Award Gift of the Year, and being included in the top 100 most powerful drag queens in New York Times Magazine.
wow.
Like, that is pretty awesome. How does it feel like getting that recognition?
You know, it's still mind blowing to me. I swear it's mind blowing to me because I never imagined this. You know what I mean? I never imagined the gifts and the viral stuff and winning awards for something that I'm just being myself. It's not like I'm doing an act. It's not like I'm just being who I am. And it's amazing to get awards and recognition for just being yourself without being a character. A lot of people think for being a character, but I'm being myself. And it's like, whoa, I'm okay, you know?
Well, as we can see, everybody and so many queens look up to you. But who do you look up to? Who do you look up to, and who do you admire?
Oh, so many people. It's a lot, but I'm just gonna go like in drag area and just maybe like a celebrity or so. Of course, I love and Patti LaBelle always, but I had a very good drag family growing up. So like with being business wise and how to act and what to do, how to present myself, and in the business wise, I had a wonderful drag mother, Destiny Masters. She don't do drag anymore. I had a wonderful grandmother, Crystal Masters, a wonderful grandmother, Phila Man. I had a really good family performers who started before me, but who went places that I haven't been. So I was able to watch and grow by being around them and a lot of other people that I'm sure I'm with, just to know how to do it and how you're supposed to present yourself, and to learn that you're in a show and you're the show.
Yeah.
People have money to get in to see a show, but you're in the show, so you are the show. Present yourself like you're in the show and you are the show. So I had a really good upbringing in drag wise, to keep me and to show me how to do things and how to respect things, and not take things for granted.
Well, I think that's lovely that you can still be humble to give respect and recognition where it's needed, and not be kind of like some queens who we've seen, no shade of course, but who were just like, I did this on my own. Like, I did this on my own. And it's like, oh, fuck off. Well, you just woke up full face of makeup doing backflips. How does that happen? You didn't just wake up, do you know what I mean? Fell out of bed, full face of drag, on the backflip and a death drop. That's not how it happens. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not how it works. Drag has such a rich history, doesn't it? That's what I think. It just does. And it's the whole like family system, mothers, that is just a tradition. And are we losing that a little bit? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it'd be great. And I mean, I don't have any drag kids or anything, but I have drag daughters who I push everything I know on them. This is what I know. This is how you do it, whatever. But I think, like, for me growing up in drag, what I learned, you're not going to learn on YouTube. You're not.
No, definitely not.
Around the girls, watching them, you're
not
going to learn them things. See, it's coming to the point where, and this is not downing anyone who doesn't sew, but I do know for me, like with drag, I've been somewhere where my suitcase didn't show up with me. And I wasn't on drag. Drag Race wasn't around during this time. So they didn't know a damn about me out of drag. They booked me to come in drag to perform. So it wasn't like, oh, just walk up there and just talk to the people. They just want to see you. They didn't know who the hell I was.
Yeah.
So I had to go get a machine, find fabric, make me some stuff to get ready for a show that I had to do. That's a long situation. Two or three two numbers in a call bag. It was just like, bitch, I got to make my money. Because if not, I'm out of money. So I wouldn't have learned them things if I didn't have a drag family that I could sit back and watch do certain things. You can be creative and see how things done from school. Because a lot of things you learn in elementary in elementary and stuff with the hot glue and the pasting, all that shit could work in your drag world.
Well, look at Benda. Look at Benda the Crown. She was making full gowns with the hot glue gun. A bit of, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like all of that. That molded me to be, a drag queen for what I wanted to be for myself. Not saying it's wrong, but I know, hey, if I ain't got my clothes, I can make some and still make my money.
Yeah, well, it's not like just putting on a wig, putting on lashes,
Oh,
and
no.
on stage. Like there is work involved with it.
I had to buy wigs. I had to buy everything over makeup, wigs. I had to get foam. I had to do everything I needed to do to get in drag. And it was like, fuck. But I was so thankful that I knew I could do it and I did it. And it was like,
Well,
Mhm.
you're so thankful, and I think obviously it's so apparent that you're thankful for your success as a drag race. But there are queens out there that once they're off drag race, they very quickly turn against Rue, but in like in unnecessary ways. Why do you think that is? Or do you think people are just too afraid to speak out when they're on the show, and then they feel a sigh of relief when they're off and they actually can speak their mind?
well, I see. I don't know what people problem I don't know what their problem is with Rue. Um, like I do know as far as like let's just go here. As far as Rue having the transsexuals on, Rue don't make all of that decision.
Exactly.
I don't think she make all of
Mhm.
I'm not there. I really don't know. I don't think it's all about what she say goes because when we're on the show, they there's an earpiece in her ear and they feeding her what to say and do, pretty much. So it's like, okay, but I don't know what the girls thought they was. I don't know. I just know with me and Rue, every time I seen Rue before the show, I knew met Rue a couple of times, or a few times, or whatever. She ain't ever did nothing wrong to me. She never treated me no type of way. So that report, me and her are good. I do
Yeah.
everybody who's going on the show, they're not gonna say shit bad until they get on there, and then once you on there, you can
Mhm.
stay and do whatever you want to say. Because bitch, the bottom line is you already been on the show. And
Yeah.
that's what girls mainly are. But I don't they speaking up, they speaking out. I don't know what all was going on or what goes on. But
Could it not just be a case though, Jasmine? Could the trans people and non-binary, etc., who are auditioning could just be shit? Like that could just
There
be
is
it.
no,
that.
no, 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 no. Because trans drag queens learn from trans women. And
No. I mean the quality of drag just may not be what they're looking for the show. Not to do with being trans
Yeah.
or any
no,
identity, just
The
the level of
non-talented
drag. Do
ones
you
on
know what I mean?
audition.
Because
oh yeah.
that's how you get on the show, by showing your talent. Maybe nobody has kind of showed enough for everyone. But what confuses me is we have seen a lot of trans people on, and people who have identified differently. We've seen quite a lot. And
Mm-hmm.
me and Jossie are both trans women. And when, like, for instance, Peppermint and G,
Yeah.
Wait. Back up. Oh, back up. Who was
Rewind.
pardon?
you said you a trans woman?
Yeah, me and Jossie.
Whoa!
Wow.
Bitch, I had no idea.
Fooled you.
I had no, that wasn't even on my mind. I was sitting here thinking like, dang, these girls really get into drag race. Ah,
Hey, girl.
hey, hey, all right.
Well,
We learned most of our tricks from drag, for God's sake.
yeah.
God.
Wow, did my lace front come up?
Girl, this
Wow.
is all mine.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Okay, now finish.
So I think sometimes like the community feels we're not represented, but I do feel we are represented. I just feel sometimes people don't get that it's not Rue's final decision. Rue's not sat there with a card, like not that one, this one. Like
Right.
producers usually overrule the host, if I'm honest, because once they open their big bank pockets and start paying, that's what happens. But
Mhm.
we have seen it. We've seen Peppermint and other different queens who came on and came out as trans.
I
Or do you
think
just think we haven't seen enough?
I think that's a different. That's the beginning of trans. Their meaning. I think like for the trans friends that I have, my sisters and stuff, we chit chat. They're talking girl like women. They are
Full transition, fully
fully yes
transition.
to be on the show because they are still in the drag show. Now I just kind of feel like I don't see rule. I just feel like a drag queen really can't judge or shouldn't be judging a transsexual. Because that's two different lanes. we need to stay in our lanes and know our lanes. Now, I do feel there are plenty of transsexuals who could go onto a panel and judge because they have won the pageants and all the the accolades of what it's for. But to see Rude judging that transsexual, that's just going to cause a whole nother uproar. So now that we have Laverne Cox and Janet Mock and all them ladies out there, so out there in the world now they could do a show where they could go in there and they could judge their own because that's them. That's not a drag queen. So
Yeah,
that would be awesome
to open up some. It'd be great if it opened up for a really performance period.
well, I get what you're saying because obviously when you watch drag, you do have some drag queens who are like different, a bit alternative, but drag is about being the feminine character. And almost as a trans woman, I personally would feel I could technically have an advantage. Like I'm on hormones, I have so much filler and work done. So if it's to look like a woman, I totally get what you're saying. We should have our own competition of drag that opens the doors because why aren't we allowed our own? So I do really see that. But I also think it would be a disadvantage to some queens who, if the judges are just looking for that, you look like a woman, well, who's going to be chosen every time?
They should see, and if they judge it on that and it's a drag show, then they don't need to be a judge because they don't know anything about drag.
Yeah,
drag
exactly.
Like a woman. Drag is you putting it on and you looking good in your shit and you selling it. You know what I mean? So if they don't have the mindset on what to be or knowing what they're judging for, then they can't sit up there. And it's like and people say, well, drag queens can go against trans women. Yes, we can. We absolutely can. Because there's a big pageant out there called Miss Continental and Brooklyn Heights. She beat out a whole bunch of transsexuals. So it's not about who's looking more like a woman. It's about who's out there presenting themselves the best way for the judges to accept and believe it. Not believing that you're a woman, but just who's looking the part and who's giving the best presentation of themselves.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that. I think that is such an interesting point of view. And I think it's so nice to hear someone like yourself openly speak and support trans women because it's sometimes a worrying scenario, especially when drag meets trans and sometimes we bump heads. But it's so refreshing to hear your opinion and how like evolved it is. And I think that's really beautiful.
Thank you. And for me, all of my friends that I grew up with in the drag world, I'm gonna say at least out of 15 of us, 12 of them are women. My drag grandmothers, they're all trans women. So I only know from what I see, but then it makes sense.
I'm so bored of all these labels. We're all humans. Like,
honey, I'm so wore out. I've been wore out since the 90s. This, okay.
There's a new label and acronym every other day, and I just think, can't we just be each other? If you want to have sex with that person, that's fine. If you want to make love with that person, that's fine. But not this whole like you're over there, you're over here. It's like, for fuck's sake.
I know. I'm so tired of bouncing around. I just need to be able to sit in one spot and just do this. But this over there, and this is a certain group, and that's a certain group. I ain't got. It's tiresome,
Yeah, I just think people overcomplicate things nowadays. That's just what I think it is. Overcomplicated and get defended too easily a little bit as well. You know what I mean? You were saying before about having a thick skin, and that is just life in general, especially for LGBT people. Just need to have that thick skin because society is not always very nice to us.
No,
but don't let it get you down.
Society, then we have to turn around and deal with our own kind. God forbid if we race and somebody don't understand our race or just don't like us, then it's a lot of shit going on for one person.
There is.
So it's like, why do people have time for it? Bitch, ain't you tired?
Exactly. We've got some fan questions that have been sent in. Are we okay to ask you one or two?
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, shall I take it away?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right, okay. So Daisy has messaged us, and Daisy says, fans of drag are getting younger and younger. Do you feel that you are setting a good example by smoking marijuana live on social media where a younger audience can reach you? Okay, boomer, is what I say to that.
What a dreadful question.
No, I say this. I am not their parent. You know.
Thank you.
I am
Yes. Yes.
And I could do what I want to do on my situation. Because I paid a bill for that Instagram. You know. So if I want to smoke weed on there, then I would do that. If kids are on there, then their parents need to monitor their kids. That's not my position. That's not my place.
Thank you so much. We have had similar things come to us because what we discuss, and we're like, well, why are you letting your kids watch it? Like, hello, parenting, what's going on? It's just bizarre. We have a real fan question, in my opinion, and I love the question. Stevie asks, would you ever return to the drag race stage?
Absolutely.
I would love to see that.
I have
good answer.
I really don't. I don't have nothing to lose. I mean, people say, "Oh, girl, just so much to get ready." Bitch, I wouldn't give a shit. I go back on there. Y'all can see me home first again. Bitch, fuck it.
Absolutely.
Who would you do on Snatch Game? Who would you do on Snatch Game? Who would you do on Snatch Game?
This year, what I was going to do for what, season 7, or for
yeah, then and now.
Well, yeah, so on your season and All Stars,
I was going to do Nene Leakes for 7, and then on this one, I was going to do like a couple of people. I was going to do Dancing Dolls, the Coach D, and then I had another wig with a flower in it because I was going to be Niecy Nash, and then I had I was going to be Portia Williams, and I was just going to do like a Tourette. Is it called Tourette's? When you yeah, I was going to do something like that.
Oh, I would have loved
oh my God,
to see it.
Fantastic.
I got nothing to do. Shit, just try to play around. It's all about putting yourself out there and having fun, but not being afraid to, make a fool of yourself too much. And
yeah,
like the Snatch Game, you got to go the extra mile.
Absolutely.
So I was gonna try to earn it.
It's time for our legendary quick fire round. We do a quick fire round of 10 questions. It's a simple yes or no, or choose which answer. Are you up for doing our quick fire round?
Yes, let's go.
Let's go. Okay, so making love or fucking? Come on.
Making love or fucking? See, I don't know. Let me think. Okay, I'm sorry. I ain't supposed to hold. Okay, let's just say making love.
Making love.
Why not? New drag or old school drag?
Old school drag.
Do you believe in aliens?
Yes.
Diana Ross or Whitney Houston? Who's better?
Who's better?
Oh,
I know. I made it hard.
I mean, in what? What are they better, Whitney Houston?
Oh, in terms of being a diva, in terms of just being, that Whitney, woman who just changed the game. Whitney.
Oh, Whitney, yeah.
Love Whitney.
But see, it's they both changed the game, and they're not even compatible. You have Diana Ross, who's been in the game since Tina, then Whitney. So they're not, you really can't. But if it was voice-wise, that's why I was like, for what? Then I say Whitney Houston. But if they changed the game, honey, both of them.
Chocolate or potato chip?
Chocolate.
Does pineapple belong on pizza, yes or no?
No.
Ooh. Do you prefer a shower?
Girl.
I believe very strongly in it that it does.
Do you prefer a shower or a bath?
Shower.
Are you more oop or fix your breath?
Ooh. Both?
Good answer. Okay, an answer that I really want to hear from you, Trinity the Tuck or Monique Exchange? You can't say both.
Okay. Monet. I'm gonna say Monet.
Pepsi or Coke?
Think about everything. I had to go through a whole long list of, it's a lot to.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Pepsi or Coca-Cola?
Pepsi.
Good answer. Well done on the quick fire round. That was so good.
Well done. That was absolutely that was absolutely hilarious. I do say, Jasmine, that pineapple does belong on pizza, and I do believe quite strongly in that. So that is why I reacted the way that I did.
I know.
Sorry.
Oh, I know. No, it doesn't.
I love you though, so it's all good. It's all good.
Pineapple belongs on ham.
And gammon. Well,
gammon.
What the hell is gammon?
Gammon's like a joint of ham, but glazed.
Okay, ham. Okay.
Yeah, it's like British.
British.
British. It's British food.
It's British.
It's British.
And what is it called?
Gammon.
Gammon. Oh.
Gammon.
Gammon.
Okay.
It's lovely. You should try it.
Part of the ham, or what? What part of the ham is it?
Joss? What part of the ham is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. But
I don't know.
But I eat it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just eat it.
Well, mine falls on that when you put it in the oven to cook it.
We will.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. I can agree to that. So before we let you go, we have had like an absolute scream with you, Jasmine. But what things do you have coming up? What are you working on? Where can we see you next?
I'm doing a live show tomorrow with one group. I'm performing this week, pretty much. So you guys could just tune in to my Facebook, my Instagram.
All right, okay. So it'll just be on there.
Yeah, whenever I hit live, you may see me up in drag performing this week and next week. I got a lot of stuff coming up. Like I'm gonna be in drag. So that's why today I just took advantage of it. Let me start doing it now. So
you are a legend. You are amazing. You are like because I've watched RuPaul for years when I was mid-transition. And what I love about you is you came on your season and then you came on All Stars, exactly the same person, same human being, same beautiful soul, same kind heart. And it was so refreshing to see. And I just thought, oh my God. And then I obviously stalked you on Instagram to come on our show. A million messages. Thank God for COVID-19. I mean, I wouldn't have got half of you if we didn't have it. Bloody hell. But what would you say? Because, of course, as we know, Jasmine Masters has got something to say. But what would you say to your fans, especially in this time that we're going through? What do you have to say to them?
Just stay strong, and be thankful that we're not sick, that we're still alive. Some people, we already know what's going on. And I just take it that I'm still alive and I'm well. I'm not wanting for anything. This will be over. We just have to be safe about it, and just, just stay safe. It's crazy, but don't, a lot of people are starting to type on Facebook and stuff that they're so tired and they want to give up and they feel like they just want to just lose it. And I understand where people are coming from, but it's not worth it. Just hang in there. It's tough for everybody. You're not the only one going through it. So be thankful for that, and just be thankful that you're still alive and you're still here.
Exactly. I give you a round of applause for that one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us on our show. Everyone needs to check you out on Instagram because it is the most entertaining, sometimes 3.5 hours. We know you. But it is so entertaining, and it is just kind of get to know you on different levels, which I think is very, very lovely. So once again, thank you so much for coming on our show. Big round of applause to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for having me on. It was a wonderful time, and I would love to come back whenever y'all want me.
I will be inviting you for an Instagram live in June because I'd love to catch up with you and see how you're doing after a couple of weeks.
Okay, sounds good. I'll be ready.
I send you lots of love, and one more thing, you look fucking fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
You really do.
I try to put it on, Jen.
You look stunning. We'll send you a link of this show, and we wish you all the success. And remember to be safe because we love you.
Thank you. I love you guys too. Stay safe out
No
there.
problem. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Well, guys, that was an absolutely lovely episode with the amazing and talented star. And I just think, honestly, such a delight and so honest and so personal. I just hope you're all being safe and, of course, getting on with yourselves. But we have so much more fun for you coming up. We've got lots of shows and everything. It's going to be amazing. So tomorrow, join me for one of the pit crews. And if you want to know who, go over to our Instagram and like our bloody page. And then we have Love Connie on Wednesday. And then during the week, we have
another pit crew on Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
Another pit crew on Sunday, Instagram. I may see you there.
Okay, well, I've been Fia Louise.
And I have been Jossie Endel.
And we would like to tell you that we love you and we support you. And please like and share the video and go over to Instagram because we're doing so much more on there as well. We'll be back on Facebook probably next week and Twitter. But we love everyone. Stay safe. Good night from me and Jossie.
Bye.